Good morning, Wendy Antonucci for Cocoa Daisy, and I am here today with the December planner kit. I do use the Daisy Dories, I use the inserts, but what I really love is my Mambi planner. And I know a lot of you use that, so I wanted to show you how I make this my own using the CD kits. So first of all, here's the divider that says December. I just put down one of the pages on here. I have to work on this a little bit more, but just some stickers. So here is the December. I actually took these and I saw the way that December was set up in the A5 planner, and I just cut out some pieces and put them in. But what I really wanted to get to is how I went through each week and personalized it. I do some fussy cutting. I did some die cuts. There's the post-it note, but a lot of this is the stamping that really makes it, I think, and the washi tape. Here's some more. This is another from the A5 planner, but here, all the stamping. You can see this side and this one. I carried the theme through the whole time with the stamping. And I need a letter right there. When I do my planner, I love to fussy cut. I love to make it look like it was from the Cocoa Daisy kit, but I like to personalize it for me. So how did I do that? All right. Here are some extra pages I had. The first thing I would recommend is always take it out of your planner, because you cannot stamp when it is in there, because I know I've messed up many times. I went through my stash of Cocoa Daisy stamps, and the ones that I focused on were these two. This is my favorite. I use it on everything. I love that it kind of blends in. But this piece here looked to me like it was part of a Christmas tree, and it matched the design. So these are the two sets of stamps that I chose to use. The ink pads that I had that I went with are the Moss Green, Rocket Red, Aquatic Splash, and I used a touch of gold, but that didn't really show up that well. All right, so I set up all my stamps. The first piece that I added on all of them was the fern, or the Christmas tree branch. I used my Moss Green, which is pretty much dead. I don't know what I did to it. So anyway, I just stamped it up, and I wanted it to look like it was coming in or seamlessly a part of the page. And I just did some stamping. I also kept a piece of paper, which I don't have right here. Let me grab one second, to cover up anything. Like, I didn't really want it to run over here, so I just covered it up with a blank piece of paper. And I'm going to come in from this side now. And just add a little bit of stamping. Each page I did a little bit different. It's kind of up to you what you want to, let's see here, I'm actually just going to go ahead and stamp this here. Okay, so there, that looked pretty good. Another hint, do not close your book for a while. Even, this is the color box ink. It normally seems to dry quickly. Like I said, it is kind of messed up, so maybe that's why it was so wet, but I made a mess on some of my pages. So be careful. The next one I'm going to use is the Versamagic Aquatic Splash, and I'm going to use this one. So I'm just going to ink this up. All right, and then I tend to separate right here. I use this as my diary. I do write on the top a little bit of what I'm doing each day, but I do like a division, and I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going, because I put a division there, I'm going to put a piece right there. But see how it just kind of looks like it helps blend into the page. I like it right there. See, it kind of blends into it. Where else? I think I'm going to put some, maybe down here. Okay. So that was my next step. And I did that on all of my pages. I just felt like it gave me a reoccurring theme throughout, something that I've not tried before, but I really like how it looked. My next piece is, so this is good, nothing wrong with it, needs a splash of color. And to fit the Cocoa Daisy, I brought in the Brilliance Rocket Red. And I used this piece. I love that. I use it constantly. And I just inked it up, and I kind of wanted it to come out of the leaves. So I just stamped it right in there. I'm going to do another one here, I guess. A little bit less on that one. And I think I'll put another one up here then to kind of lead your eye down into my page. As a scrapbooker for years, I constantly think of a visual triangle. So you will find threes, or odd numbers, but mainly threes. 3 sets of greens, 3 sets of the splashes, 3 sets of the dots. It just kind of brings your eye around the page, and even though this is not a scrapbook page, I like to design it so it's pleasing to the eye. Now the only other piece I added was I did add in some Galaxy Gold, and I used this tiny one here and just added pieces. It didn't really show up real well, so we're going to skip that for now. The next thing I do on all my pages, just because, as I said, I do like a division here. When I'm working in my planner, let me show you one of the finished pages. I sometimes write appointments here or something that I have to get done. This is my daily planner. So that's for things I have to do. This is what I use this planner for, which is more journaling for me and writing down, you know, my thoughts and what went on. I can also use this to go back and do my project life when I get around to it. Okay, so you can see that I add in some washi tape, so that's what we're going to do next. I love both of these equally. They're really pretty. Board set up for the Mambi. It will punch it. I do recommend putting a piece of paper behind it because it did get a little bit messy. I have not tried the actual Mambi punch, or Create 365, I believe. I'm thinking that I might switch to that. This one works really well with the Mambi, but I have had trouble getting it to line up with the Simple Stories. But anyway, when you do those, you can just slide it in, just like that, and punch. And it did punch some of them really well. And these just have a little piece left, so I'll have to clear those out. But you can actually add in different colors along your strips now. So I'm going to go do that too, I believe. My next step once I do this is I either begin to fussy cut pages out of the A5. This one, I love cutting this one out. I would probably put that right there. And here is one of those. I used the Post-it note and then I fussy cut this out and I added a die cut. Okay. Just on top of my greens, and then this was my die cuts. This was just a piece that I cut off from the A5, no fussy cutting on this page. This is just a few die cuts. This is fussy cut. I cut carefully around these branches, but you can see I left the edge of the paper there. This was fussy cut, and see, this time I used the actual piece of paper as my divider line, and I didn't put one on here because it was too messy, or there was too much stuff going on. Okay, so this is how I use the Mambi planner. Yes, I do a lot of fussy cutting, but you don't have to. You can focus on stamping. You can focus on using the washi tape. You can focus on just cutting like pieces out. Like you could easily incorporate this right here. Maybe so do this with the printables, because I know some of you are international and shipping is a real doozy. So you could get the stamp set. You could get maybe the washi or some of the stickers or embellishments, something smaller, and then you could just print out the pieces too. See? Or it could go maybe like that. I really like it there, I think. But see that it took a few seconds. It's not hard fussy cutting. It's just getting some extra pieces there. The stickers then look great. I add those in as I go. I add it in just like that. So some of the stickers. And then you have a planner page in your Mambi planner, so that for me, I like to keep them all together. I have each year I keep together. So I don't want to lose this. I don't really want separate papers, but I love Cocoa Daisy and what it looks like. So there you have it. I hope this has given you some more ideas, and I hope that you will check out my Instagram page and my Facebook page and my blog to see other ideas. Have a great day. Bye.